Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, it seems that more stuff that comes out with the Carmelo Anthony situation and the Jeff Metcalf, a lot of this stuff is just kind of crazy. And it doesn't seem to be making sense. And I'm going to be breaking down some of the things that's been going on. I know people are probably getting really sick and tired of the Carmelo Anthony thing or whatever, and the people are saying I'm milking it. No, it's just I want everybody to know up to date what's really going on. So when the kid gets charged, you guys actually know what kind of led up to why he got charged and what led down to this road and what have you, right? So these are the things that are important that should be able to happen and whatnot. And again, it seems that like there's a hoax happening, right? There's a hoax that's going on, and they're saying La Maga person attacked a house or whatever. Well, again, we're going to be going over this. All right. So without further ado, this is it. We have this from Amuse saying, hate hoax. While calling County is MAGA country, it seems weird that a black man in a brand new MAGA hat would try to kick in the front door of the judge in Carmelo Anthony's case. This video is making the rounds on TikTok and here on X. I have a feeling it is a double hoax. That guy is not a MAGA supporter, nor is that the home of the judge, but who knows? And this is a video that apparently was making rounds going on for a little while now. Now, again, I'm not quite sure what this is going on or what's happening here, but obviously, this has been going on. And by the way, this has already been debunked. All right, this has already been debunked of what's been going on here and all that stuff. So it says. And it says pretty much hoax confirmed. The video making the rounds on TikTok purporting to be a black MAGA tax on the Carmelo Anthony judge is an old video being repurposed. Double hate hoax. So again, the guy says here that the 5-year-old video of an attack in Charlottesville, North Carolina. So yeah. So again, we'll just go over here and just kind of show it to you.
This morning, police video of him parking his car and walking up to the home. NBC Charlotte's Rachel Lundberg spoke to the mother who says she was ready to protect her kids if need be.
The mother is definitely concerned.
So again, this is whether this was a hoax for whatever was been going on, but again, this has happened in Charlottesville, right? So obviously, this is not something that has been going on. This is from 5 years ago. This is literally 5 years ago. So I don't know what else to tell people, but that's what's been going on. And then we have this here, right? We have Johnny Midnight saying, can you believe it? His son is unalive. They are continually attacked. My house was swatted again. This crap is crazy. So again, what are we doing here exactly? So Jeff Metcalf's house was swatted, I think, about 3 or 4 times now. I think this is the 4th time. I could be wrong, but at least twice, at the very least twice. And they're going to say that they're on the good side here. I think what these people are trying to do is just get these people unalived. And don't get me wrong, I think something weird and suspicious is going on with Jeff Metcalf. I really do. I think there's something weird that's going on. But despite there's something being weird or odd that's been going on with this guy in particular, it doesn't change the fact that there's nobody he should be unalived or his family should be attacked just because of this. This is insane here, and the fact that it's being swatted. And I think that the police have to start taking a little bit more precedent on what's been going on here, because this is a pretty serious deal. And again, Sarah Fields goes on to say here that Karmelo was supposedly moved to a private location for his own safety, even though Frisco PD stated that they have received no reports of threats on his life. Meanwhile, the father of the murdered son was swatted for a second time. So again, yeah, I agree. So if there's been nothing that's going on, right, that the Frisco PD has stated nothing, that they received no reports of threats on this kid's life or on the Carmelo Anthony's family's life, and then these people are getting swatted. Obviously, this is crazy, right? This is again, Jeff Metcalf was swatted again last night. Please find out who is doing this and charge them to the fullest extent. Yeah. So again, somebody has to find out who's going on here because it's insanity. And we have this here from Rob Smith saying why the usual race hustles like Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, and BLM activists are staying away from the Karmelo Anthony case. So let's see what this guy has to say here. All right.
Karmelo Anthony thing is a total scam, and let me break it down for you from a politics and media perspective, exactly why this is a very low-level scamming. Number one, look at the person that's representing Karmelo Anthony. This person, whatever, the Dominique or something like that, this person is not an attorney. Apparently he's a pastor. This is somebody that is acting as this kid's public representative. Now, if this was something that could really go the distance with the grift, there would be somebody like Al Sharpton around. There would be somebody like Ben Crump around. There would be somebody like Jesse Jackson around. There would be people that know how to get real bags off of the race hustle and the race grift. Since nobody like that is around Karmelo Anthony, and he's got these obviously very low-level people around him, that means that these people know something that we don't about what this case is really going to look like. So they don't want to get involved. Secondly,
no, I 100% agree. 100% agree. I don't think that anybody with any rational mind or any, of course, the race hustlers, because, the race hustlers are race hustlers. They're going to try to get the bag for being racist and etc. But that can see that Karmelo Anthony isn't it here, right? Like, not even the media is portraying or talking about this. Normally, if you've seen something like this as well, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, all these news outlets would be jumping on the throat of this case if this was actually, a kid, that didn't actually commit crimes or commit murder or whatever, right? But he did, right? He did. So therefore, there is no media, there's no outright, there's no coverage of it. Hence why nobody is talking about, Austin Metcalf, because obviously it doesn't paint a good light. But but the media knows that this person's obviously a criminal. The racists, the race hustlers know that this guy is done and over, and they know that the end of this is nigh.
all of the media that's around this case is all local news media and social media based. There's nothing mainstream about it. There's no CBS. There's not even any CNN or MSNBC. Again, that leads me to believe that these executives and these producers have looked at this case and said, no, this is not something that we want to put our energy behind, and we cannot make this kid into some sort of like BLM hero. So it's all very low level. It's all very Mickey Mouse. And that leads me to believe that there's no real case here and they're running a grift. All right, so this Karmelo Anthony.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we all suspected this was a grift, right? We have the Karmelo Anthony that is trying to use the grift, spouting out lies and stuff like that. The only thing that we've seen so far that was truthful in what they said was the house situation. We don't know about the Escalade. The Escalade could potentially be something that they did not buy prior to this. But despite all that, right? Everything else they've been saying a lie has been pushing weird stuff, right? And of course, we have this here from Sean Dominic saying, not Sean Dominic, but this is Dominic Alexander, the dude representing Karmelo Anthony and his family, says he's a felon with a history of beating babies and women, and also runs a fraudulent organization that has failed to submit mandatory IRS filings, right? I mean, yeah, and we went over this before, all right? We went over this before for all the years that this person. So this guy has a long rap sheet of criminal history. So we're not surprised by this. And we also have this here from the Hodge Twins saying, racist Karmelo Anthony sympathizer says he will unalive white people for any reason.
To all of the people who are against Karmelo Anthony, me as a black man in America, white people, I'm telling you and I'm telling you now, you ever even think to approach me, bully me, harass me, think you're gonna be with your twin brother or twin whatever, and do anything to me, I too will poke you as well.
If somebody harasses him, which means if he disagrees with you, he's gonna pokey you.
Straight to the heart. And that's on self-defense.
That's not self-defense.
Y'all don't want to end up like Austin, leave black people alone.
That is crazy. You know what's weird? He's got over 1 million followers on TikTok. Yeah. We lost our TikTok four times talking about the election and COVID. Yeah. And among other things that's covered under free speech, and we keep losing accounts. But you have black racists threatening white people on TikTok, and nothing happens to them. This whole event with Karmelo, it seems like it's emboldened black people to be like, ignorant and thuggish, and just say the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I agree. And this is just like the insanity here, right? If you people think that these is not that racist black people are not coming out of the woodwork for this stuff, I have horrible news to tell you, man. That like it really is uh uh gone to the extreme here with some black people, right? And like I said, this guy's a perfectly good example. And then we have this here, right, from the Western Journal saying Austin Metcalf's donation fund has finally surpassed suspected killer Karmelo Anthony's. In a small, meaningful victory, but Austin Metcalf's family has finally outraised the donation fund of his alleged murderer, Karmelo Anthony. Austin's GoFundMe, set up by his father, Metcalf has raised over $512,000 to support the grieving family. The 17-year-old was tragically stabbed at a Texas track meet on April 2nd. Again, the thing that I have with this, though, even though it's like months afterwards, right? But even still, like, again, I have a problem with Jeff Metcalf. I have a problem with him because he did not, he already forgave his son's murderer, right? Like, I don't see how anybody can actually do that. But again, I have problems with Jeff Metcalf. I don't think he's being a really actual promising father in this case. But that's here and or there. Again, this is kind of where we're at right now in society. Black people are being crazy. They're being unhinged. This has just made, honestly, I think this made a lot of black people become insane. And it's just not promising, right? It's just not great. So again, we have a lot of hoaxes going on, videos that are lying about things, grifters going everywhere from both sides, honestly. And it's really quite disgusting. And honestly, I wouldn't even say that Jake Lang is even part of even the MAGA movement at all. I think he's just a grifter, a terrible person. And as you can see here, not a lot of people showed up to that event. Like, nobody really gave a crap. So again, that's probably one small outlier. I even said that was if that was a faking thing. So, but yeah, it's crazy this is going on. Seems like there's a lot of bot accounts, a lot of people trying to spin up things, trying to get money from it. So yeah, it is crazy. So I don't know what to tell people. It is what it is. This is the reporting that I've been getting so far. Maybe we'll find more stuff later on in the week, but who knows? All right, guys, that's it for the video. Let's go share. As always, take care, my friends.